Let's talk about castor oil. It's been safely used for thousands of years for arthritis, pain, all kinds of different things. Even they're recommended by Edgar, Cayce, all kinds of stuff. Check this out.
Dr. Paul Haider, Master Herbalist. Get healthy now.
Hi, Dr. Paul Haider here. Today I want to talk about castor oil. And it's safely been used for thousands of years, goes back to the Romans and on back, and it can help with a huge amount of problems, all kinds of remedies for all kinds of different things going on in your body. Check this out. This is very important. But before I get into that, if you like what I do, please give me a thumbs up. Please tell other people. Please subscribe. About 3/4 of you or more actually watch but don't subscribe. And I really have had some wonderful testimonials from people who, actually have done consultations with me, and they subscribe. I hope you'll subscribe and tell other people in a great way. Also get a copy of my new book, Live a Cancer-Free Life. 4 out of 5 people are coming down with cancer now. That's not good. That's not acceptable to me. Just Google the title, Live a Cancer-Free Life, and it will come up. And we'll get you on the high road to lowering your chances greatly of coming down with cancer. You deserve to be cancer-free. Now, good old castor oil. You probably had your mother give you castor oil when you were a kid, and you hated it. But it's actually a great thing, and has been used safely for thousands of years in Egypt and China and India, Iran, Africa, Greece, Rome, all kinds of different places around the world, and it really is great. Great for the skin, used in cosmetics. There are so many uses for this now. They're even making biodiesel out of it. And it's grown by the millions of tons in the world also. Great for arthritis, lots of great, helps with pain, great for inflammation, also psoriasis and acne. And it's really wonderful in a lot of different applications. This is Heritage Store castor oil, and it's 725 milligrams per little caplet and in an oil. It really is great stuff. I highly recommend it, and it's been around for a long, long time. It's also antibacterial, anti-inflammatory. It's moisturizing, hydrating, really great as a cleanser for the skin. It usually is diluted 1-to-1 with some other carrier oil like jojoba, even olive oil. Any kind of oil will work in a great way. Studies show that it's completely safe for human consumption with minimal toxic effects, both acute and in chronic use of it. And it's actually approved by the FDA for constipation, for being a laxative. So really great stuff. 35 million people in the United States have some kind of chronic constipation going on. That's not good. That can lead to all kinds of deathly disease processes going on. And this stuff has been approved a long time ago for use for wonderful constipation problems, and getting rid of it within 6 to 8 hours, even 12 hours. It will move your world. There's no doubt about that. And appropriate dose for constipation is 15 mils to 60 mils. And I recommend using it for no more than about 10 days. Those little kits they give you before you do a colonoscopy, a lot of times it has a little capsule of castor oil in there. It will move your world within 6 to 12 hours for sure. I better get this out of the way before you get even farther, because a lot of people go, oh, it has racine in it. Well, it's toxic. Well, it's been used for thousands of years, and you have to take a very large dose in order to see any kind of a problem with it whatsoever. Also helps with wound healing. It's one of the things Edgar Cayce talked about, using, compresses on the wound with castor oil. Also great for arthritis. A lot of studies I'll get into in just a minute. Great for headaches, menstrual cramps, all kinds of things. As far as arthritis goes, a study in 2009 showed that 92% of the people had a significant reduction in arthritic pain and swelling and redness if they were taking castor oil 3 times a day for 10 days and had no side effects whatsoever. Wow, that's a big thing. Also, another study, International Journal of Arthritis 2018, they used dilute castor oil for 2 weeks, rubbing it on their knee or shoulder or wherever it was, and they had no side effects and really reduced their pain. Also, it's great antioxidant. If if you don't have enough antioxidants on board, you're going to age faster. There's no doubt about it. And this really is a great antioxidant. Also, really good for pain, like I said, and wonderful for lustrous hair. A lot of people, they use a lot in shampoos, also in soaps, and also a lot in cosmetics. It really is used a lot because it is very anti-inflammatory and very hydrating for the skin and helps to prevent wrinkles and get rid of wrinkles too. So really great. Some people wear dentures and they come down with oral candida, and this can be terrible. But they found if they used a dilute solution of castor oil, a 10% solution, and soak their dentures for 20 minutes in castor oil solution, it kills all the microbes and gets rid of the candida in general. Really great. Also, a lot of times they dilute it with almond oil, coconut oil, jojoba oil, even good old, grapeseed oil, any kind of oil in general. Really great. And it's even some of the cooking oil, so it can really work wonders with that also. Very moisturizing for the skin, anti-inflammatory. Almost all your cosmetics have it. It's antibacterial, antifungal, antiviral. It's antimicrobial in general. And there's a huge amount of studies showing that women taking castor oil before childbirth, according to their midwife or their doctor, had a huge amount of good births. There's no doubt about it. 91% of the women had less complications and normal births compared to those who weren't taking it. And so that's a really big deal because C-sections are becoming a common thing nowadays. Also, 19 studies found that those who take oral administration of castor oil in a safe, effective way to get the vaginal cavity ready and the cervix ready for birth. So it was really important, and people had less complications. So that's a lot of studies. I recommend you talk to your healthcare provider if you're going to be, getting ready for natural birth. You want to take castor oil. That's very important. They also make all kinds of things from it. It's natural plastics now, biodegradable, also biodiesel, cosmetics, all kinds of soaps and shampoos and all kinds of things. And they're actually growing tons of this around the world because we know we can make something natural instead of using some of these terrible chemicals. Also, it's very inexpensive. I think for this bottle here with 60 caplets in it, I actually paid about $6. So it's pretty inexpensive stuff. There's no doubt about it. You can find it on Amazon, eBay. Your health food store will have it. Absolutely, they should. Very safe, safely used for thousands of years. Heck, you can overdose on it just like about anything else. Causes rashes, swelling, itching, abdominal cramping, vomiting, bloating, dizziness. Can induce labor also. But if you use it correctly, it's really very, very safe. There's no doubt about it. Take only as recommended. I recommend taking 700 milligrams once or twice a day in a caplet like I showed you. And then take for 10 days maximum, and then take another 10 or 12, even up to 20 days off, and come back to it. It's not for those who are nursing, pregnant, or small children, but this is another great agent that you should keep in your medical cabinet for sure. Recap again. This is good old castor oil. It's been used safely for thousands of years, and we need to go back to some of these good old standbys and great for, constipation, good for abdominal pain, arthritis, just about any inflammation, great for the skin, on and on and on. If used as I recommend, it is very safe. There's no doubt about it. And even approved by the FDA for constipation, and really will move your world for sure. If you have something going on in the way of health problems going on, give me a call at 831-869-9119. 831-869-9119. Or you can email me at drpaulhaider@gmail.com. You can click on show more down below and it will all come up. And we can get you on the high road to healing. There's no reason to have diabetes. There's no reason to, have all kinds of problems. Maybe you have even cancer. I work with a ton of cancer people right now. All kinds of diseases. People with, prostate problems. You name it, we can usually turn these around 99.9% of the time. We can turn these around, get you on the road of healing and feeling fantastic like me. I'm going to be 70 this year, and I feel really like 20. I don't have the wrinkles of a 70-year-old for sure. I feel fantastic, and my skin is great, and I have lots of energy, and I walk 8.5, 10 miles a day, work out with weights, and I feel really great. And you can be extremely healthy like me. Call me at 831-869-9119. Also, remember God, remember I love you, and let's switch away from some of these terrible things that, doctors are giving us and go back to natural agents. And I think that, they were given to us from nature, and we ought to look at nature as being our wonderful way of healing ourselves. And everything is in nature if we just look closely. And it's been talked about for thousands and thousands of years. I love you.